Wickstrom family. Drew, Blair's brother, designed my palm cards. Holly, his sister, knocked on thousands of doors. Chris, his beautiful wife, helped campaign, and she helped stuff envelopes, and she cooked dinner. I want to thank Roger and Mark and Barbara and Joyce too, their lovely wives. Roger and Mark were my Port St. Lucie team. They held down Port St. Lucie, just the two of them, and it was amazing. They literally spent hours and hours and hours to make surfboard signs that made the news. They put out hundreds of yard signs and generally ran an entire county single-handedly. I want to thank Ken and Chris and Kenny for that fateful dinner almost 2 years ago when we first decided I had a chance, and they came out, and said, okay, we want to get behind you and we want to see it happen. They are the guys behind Bull Sugar, and I'm infinitely grateful to them. I want to thank Alex Gillum. I don't know if he's here yet, but I want to thank him for running a phone bank for the past month and a half for my campaign. And Allie would work all day with me and then leave to go phone bank all night. I want to thank the stewards for everything from a house party to a campaigning pig. Sid, the campaigning pig. They had me covered. I want to thank the Prestons, Dave and Katie. They gave me Allie literally and figuratively. But, they let their daughter continue to live at home, and they fed her and they clothed her and they housed her so that I could pay her close to nothing and get away with it. I want to thank, and this is a staggering number to me, 360 plus donors who helped us raise $75,000. I was outraised. She walked away tonight probably with close to $200,000 or $300,000 in her campaign account, and that was PAC money and it was special interest money. Mine was 360 donors who live in the district. We love you. Yeah. And every single time a check would come in for $20 or $1,000, it meant the same to me because I knew that was a couple of hours of work for somebody. Or maybe it was an entire month's worth of work. I didn't know. And I knew what it meant. I want to thank Barbara Osborne for taking on the daunting task of accounting for all that $75,000 a penny at a time at my dining room table on a weekly basis. I want to thank the Reformed Republicans who might be standing among us, including Rufus Wakeman, the Shoppy brothers, Bob Mark, and most of those who attended my River Palm event. I was the first Democrat that they had voted for, and they lived to tell about it. I want to thank, I know they're not here probably, but Ellen and Ray Stevenson, Patrick Murphy in the very beginning gave me a list of his top 10 donors who lived in the area, and they were on the top of that list. And about 9 of those donors didn't give me the time of day until midway through my campaign, but immediately Ellen and Ray sort of embraced me and believed in my campaign and my ability, and I appreciate that more than you could ever imagine. I want to thank Candace, my best friend from high school, for being my on-call campaign go-to person. She can stuff an envelope, get a petition signed, or man a festival booth at the drop of a phone call. I want to thank Jeff, I know he's right here somewhere, for his musical talents that rival Sinatra. I want to thank Mike Raymer and Gail Ryan for their ability to share a Facebook post in a split second. And honestly, there are more people who I can't even individually name. If you're standing here, then you're standing here because I love you and we love what we're fighting for, and I can't even begin to thank you. We had Christy and Ryan Roman, the Schmitz, Joan and Chris, Barbara and Gary Gendron, Liz and Tony Peel, Peter Upton and Marianne Ireland, along with Ray and Ellen Stevenson, Keith and Carolyn Kruger. All those people hosted parties for me, and I'm immensely grateful for that. Jake, who isn't here, he's being held hostage by Randy Perkins right now at Big Apple Pizza. Not nearly as much fun. But Jake really sort of helped us when he didn't need to on his own time, and I'm immensely grateful for that. And a man who definitely isn't here, Anders. The state Democratic Party gave me absolutely no help whatsoever. None. If we win tonight, it's not because of them one bit. But there's a man named Anders up there who's their communication director. And I could call Anders at 10 o'clock at night and he would answer the phone. And I could call Anders at 7 a.m. and he would answer the phone. So when I think of the Democratic Party, I think of one man, and that's Anders Croy, and I thank him immensely. He helped me with press releases. He told me what to do to not get eaten alive by the press. I mean, he really did everything that he could have done. Jody Young, Steve Molesky, and Sam Yates are all people who helped me in the very first months. And really, there are countless people. It was important to me for Allie and Caressa to be up here because none, like I'm gonna ugly cry, not one bit of this would have been possible. Blair gave me Allie's phone number and said, I think she wants to intern for you. She's leaving for graduate school. And within 2 days, I had hired Allie full-time, which is really below part-time pay. And she didn't go to graduate school, so she could stay. So I have to win tonight, not for me and not for us, but so Allie can have a job. And I want to thank Caressa. Caressa and I knew each other, and then like 4 months ago, we were sitting there and we said, okay, you know, we need somebody who knows everybody and who just lights up a room. And we threw names around and they didn't stick, and then we said Caressa. And it stuck. And I am so thankful that it stuck. A lot of comments were made that, did we do this on purpose? Was there like, you know, some thought process into Three Blondes? And there wasn't. I was gifted serendipitously the two people who I needed to do whatever it is we're about to do or not do. And it has been amazing. And out of this, I have 2 new best friends, and that's amazing. No ugly cry. I'm not going to do it. I swear I'm almost done. I wish somebody hadn't helped. Yeah, no, I really don't. But I want to thank my mom and my grandmother who've been there for me my entire life. My family has supported this endeavor, and I appreciate that. My uncle and his girlfriend Lynn are here tonight. They stood at polls all day. You know, my dad sent me the most beautiful flowers you could ever imagine. He's not able to be with us. He'll be out December 8th. Gotta love family. My final and specialist thanks go to Jason and Hannah. They really have bared the brunt of this crazy goal of mine. I came home to Jason 2 years ago on election night and asked if I could have his support in running for office. He naively agreed. I'm not sure he would agree today given the chance, but we're done, so regardless, it doesn't matter. And Hannah likely can't remember much about life pre-campaign. You gotta figure she's 8 years old, and I've been doing this for 2 years straight. So most of her memories are of me not being around, unfortunately, right now. And I'm thrilled to give Hannah back time and attention that's been taken by the campaign. She's phone banked. She's a hell of a phone banker. Nice. She's passed out flyers. She's knocked on doors. She's held signs. She passed out palm cards last week next to Gail Harrell saying, vote for my mom. She's running against a 14-year incumbent, and then looked up at Gail. It was really kind of a great moment. And I keep telling her that when she runs for president in 30 years, all these life skills will come in really handy, and she can just thank me then. Seriously, Jason and Hannah have been my everything. They've been my solace in the storm and my hugs in the loneliest times you could ever imagine, which is basically what a campaign is. You're surrounded by people who support you and don't understand a single thing about what you're doing. And I'm excited to share tonight with them and celebrate the end of this chapter. So, you know, thank you to each and every person. I am so thankful this is done. And I hope we win. I really do. I mean, I haven't worked my ass off for 2 years to hope that we lose. I hope that we win. And if we win, I think we send a strong message. And if we lose, then screw them. I don't care. We did this. We did it honestly. We did it courageously. You know, we did this together. So let's see if we're giving a victory speech or if I'm doing the ugly cry in an hour. Thank you, guys.